All right, so I want to go ahead and chat with you about a topic that it's pretty important, and I'll tell you the reasons why in a minute. But I can remember way back whenever I joined Scentsy, um, which golly will be 8 years ago in February. Will be 8 years. But anyway, I can remember when I joined Scentsy, I wanted to know, like what I could do to try to get inventory because we didn't have money to shoot. We didn't even have money to go grocery shopping. We weren't going to be on food stamps. That was just like my deal with myself. We were going to not go there, right? But seriously, there were so many times that we left from the grocery store without getting all of the things that we needed. Okay, that's how badly we were financially hurting. Okay, and I can remember starting Scentsy in those, just in that place, and knowing that it would benefit me to have extra light bulbs on hand, or extra bars on hand, or an extra warmer, but I didn't know how to do it because I didn't have an extra money to throw at it. And many of you guys come to me and you're like, okay, Laura, I really need to get my inventory built up, but we don't have a credit card just to, put things on. And so I don't know if this will help you guys, but I just thought it would be fun for me to talk to you about how to build your inventory. And, this worked whenever we had zero money in the bank, and it works now. So what I'm going to show you is something that you'll be able to use now, and you'll be able to use in every step of your Scentsy journey. I do not believe that you should ever have to pay for inventory. I don't. Do I believe that you should have inventory? Yeah. You probably will have a hard time making your customers extremely happy if you don't have inventory. So I've kind of toyed around with sharing this with you guys, but tonight at church, a lady came up to me after church and she was like, "Do you have any bulbs on hand?" And I was like, "Matter of fact, I do." And it felt so good to say that. And I can remember early in my Scentsy business that I would have to say, "Well, I'm not placing an order until Friday," and I can remember that feeling inside my gut that, oh gosh, what if she, buys them from someone else, and that feeling in my stomach that I was going to lose out on providing great customer service because I didn't have inventory. So I think we all probably understand that having inventory helps you become the Scentsy hero in your customers' eyes, right? You are that last minute gift shop, right? Because people do need gifts at the last minute, and they don't have time for you to place an order. In the early of my Scentsy business, I placed an order twice a month. It was on the 15th and on the 30th. And my customers knew that those were my order placing dates, and they had to wait. And so it was kind of painful when somebody needed something for, say, mom's birthday, because then we had to wait for shipping for it to come in, and then it was like, oh my gosh, So I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about why we need inventory. I think that's kind of self-explanatory, right? My goal is to keep my customers out of Walgreens, and I want them shopping in my living room, right? Okay. So here's what I did in my early days, and I still do it to this day. My goal is to do as many hosting opportunities myself as I can. A lot of times we get so consumed with our paychecks that we forget that we can get free product and half price product to use with our customers and it not cost us a dime. So starting with my very first launch party, my goal was I'm trying to see if I have an envelope because I really oh, here's an envelope. Sorry, you guys are having to look at my forehead. Okay, so I was a teacher. I have to have objects. I can't teach something without objects. Okay, yeah, so, I did that first launch party, and I played hostess and consultant. Yeah, I got a paycheck for it, but I also got products, okay? And so what I did is when I got those free and half price products in, I eventually sold them a little bit at a time. Sold them to a last minute shopper, sold it as a last minute gift. I sold it. My goal was to sell it as fast as I could. And every time I got paid for those products that I had on hand, I put it in an envelope. I put all the money in an envelope. I didn't spend a dime of it. All of it went in the envelope. Until I got enough to do another party out of just what was in the envelope. So here's what you could do, no matter where you are in your Scentsy journey. If you just started, great. If you've been in Scentsy for 10 years, awesome sauce. This is what you do. You need to have a party. You need to collect $200 worth of orders. I don't care if you get it from your bank teller, if you get it from your husband's ex-wife. Just get $200 worth of orders, okay? I don't care how you do it. You want to have an open house? Have an open house. You want to do a basket party at work? Do a basket party at work. Play hostess yourself, you, okay? Play hostess. And don't stop until you get $200 worth of orders, okay? 200. Just like you tell your hostesses, you have to lead by example here. Get $200 worth of orders. Then, when you get those orders, I want you to place a party order for yourself. And when you order your free and half price things, I want you to think about getting items that are easily resellable. Bulbs, clean breeze bars. Go back in your order forms, see what's popular among your customers. Plugins are easy to get rid of. Bulbs are great of every size. Room sprays make fantastic teacher gifts, so those are good. Anything that you feel like would be easy to resell out of the trunk of your car, like I did tonight at church, okay? Use that as your free and half price items. And every time you sell something that you got for free or half price, I want you to put the money back in an envelope. And don't you touch that envelope. Don't you touch that money. Like, I don't care what happens. You don't touch that. Like, it's hands off. And I can remember, like, we were really straight up hurting for money whenever I started Scentsy. And when I started this envelope rule, I felt like Dave Ramsey was going to slap my hands if I got into my envelope, because that money was not mine to touch. That money was going to be collected in that envelope until I got back to 200, where I could place another order. So the first time you do it, you're going to be collecting orders, okay? Orders for products that you don't have. But then, after that, your envelope is going to be full of the money that you get whenever you sell the products that you have on hand. And every time your envelope gets $200 in it, then it's time for you to buy $200 more of products that you can resell. But guess what you get this time? You get more free and half price things. Is this clicking? Like, I hope I'm explaining this well. So then, instead of just $200, you're going to get like 2 half price items and $20 worth of free stuff. So your order comes in, $200 worth of resellable things, plus an extra $20 of free product credit and 2 half price item things. So now in your inventory, you have somewhere in the ballpark of maybe $250 to $300 worth of resellable product items. Okay? Inventory. So what are you going to do? You're going to sell it as fast as you can. Make a deal with yourself. I used to make goals like, I will sell all this inventory by the end of the month. And then I did. And I would, every time, like today, when that lady gave me the $5 bill for the bulbs, because I didn't charge her tax, because I'm the nice guy. When she gave me the $5 for the 3-pack of bulbs, that $5 is going in my envelope. So it's called rolling your inventory. You're using free products to build more and more and more inventory, because every time you place a new $200 order, then you get the extra hostess half price rewards. I have something to tell you. It even gets better. So I'm a numbers junkie, and like my CPA, like I love him because he really helps me understand things that I don't get naturally because I'm a dumb blonde when it comes to math. I like numbers, but I don't really know what I'm doing with them, right? So, but here's the thing. Because Scentsy gifts us the free and half price things, then my CPA says that I don't have to claim it on taxes when I sell those free and half price things and make 100% profit on non-taxable profit. Do you get what I'm saying? It's considered a gift from Scentsy. You do not have to claim it on your taxes. And you have the ability of selling it over and over and over and over again and rolling it so that every time you place that new order, you're making more money and more money and more money because you're able to sell. So when I first started this, my first party order was, gosh, it was 600 and I want to say it was $678. Gosh, I never want to forget what my first party was, but I'm forgetting. I am so forgetting. I think it was like 670 something dollars. Okay, so that was my paycheck, but guess what? It was also my free and half price items that I was going to keep as inventory. So when I sold that inventory, okay, my first party, I got all that inventory back in. My free and half price items were going to be my inventory. So I put them in this big Rubbermaid container and I sold it as quickly as I could so that I could roll that free product into another order. So the cash kept coming in, checks started coming in. I kept putting them in my envelope, and then whenever it was time for me to place that new order, then guess what I did? I got commission off a product that I had sold. Let's see, how do I say this, guys? When I placed that order for product that I did not have to buy, I didn't have to buy any of that product that I got from, for free, right? I didn't have to buy it. So I turned around, I placed an order using all of the profit that I'd gotten for that free and half price items, and I made a commission off of selling product that I never had to buy the first time. I've been doing that for 7.5 years. Except now, that inventory gets, exactly, thank you, Devin. You said it so much better than me, like I'm having a really dumb blonde moment. I've been working with kids all night in Awana. I'm frazzled. But you're right, Devin. I love the way you said it. I got paid using free money. I'm selling products that I did not pay for, making 100% profit, and I'm going to roll it over and over and over and over and over and over again. And I'm not even going to lie. There are some times that cash envelope is way more than a $500 or $600 party. In fact, there are many times that is our extra spending money because I'm rolling it over on a monthly basis and I am not needing it. I mean, it's way more cash than what I would need, right? Because I'm working my business and I'm building my customer base. And, just the other day, I sold to a brand new customer at a local college here in our new hometown. And within 2 days, she reordered from me. And, like I had this stuff on hand. And so, I mean, I'm just rolling this inventory over and over and over. Oh, I hope this is making sense, guys. I want to encourage you to get your rolling inventory started. To get it started, you're going to have to be organized. You're going to have to be strict with yourself, and you're going to have to imagine that I'm just like crawling into your home, and the minute you're about to take the money out of your envelope to go get a mani-pedi, I'm going to slap your wrist. Don't touch that money. That money is only supposed to go to reorder your inventory. And then you're going to reorder it again and reorder it and roll it and roll it and roll it. And that $200 worth of inventory is going to turn into $400. That $400 is going to turn into $600 inventory. $600 is going to turn into $8. Actually, no, it snowballs. So the $200 would turn into $4, and then $4 would turn into $8, and then $8 would turn into $1,600 because it snowballs, okay? It's crazy, you guys. The opportunity that we have is just mind-blowing. And I think I've really done a terrible job at trying to explain it tonight, but you have to trust me. Do that hosting. You play hostess. And then when your free and half price things come in, store it somewhere on a shelf in a Rubbermaid container, store it somewhere, and put a cash envelope in there. And then when you get money for selling the contents of that inventory bucket, put the money in that envelope. And then when your envelope gets to $200 or $300 or whatever, then use all that money to place another inventory order. And you watch, instead of one Rubbermaid container, you're going to need like 5, and then 5's going to turn into 15, and then before long you're going to have $1,000 worth of inventory, and you can go and set up and do a show somewhere or a booth or have a big yard sale in your yard. And you know, like, you're talking big bucks there. Nikki, I can't really answer your question because I think it's different for every person. There is no right amount of inventory and no wrong amount. It all depends on your customers. My customers are spoiled rotten. They are so used to me having stuff on hand. And so, you know, like, it really depends. There's also sometimes where I have to go and do those yard sales. I have to go and, like, next week I'll be set up at a fundraiser here at a elementary school because I have too much inventory on hand. I don't want to keep this much inventory, so I'm going to roll it at that fundraiser. And everything that I make at the fundraiser, I'm going to roll again, and I'm going to place an order for everything that I sell. And then on top of that, I'll be making free and half price items, so I'm getting paid for things that I didn't even buy. Crazy. Who does that? We do that. Oh my gosh, I love what we do. Okay, so I hope that this helps. I hope I haven't made you have a train wreck in your brain. Devin, you can get to that point before the end of this month. You can sell every single Scentsy item in your house if you work at it. You can play hostess, and you can do what I'm talking about right now. Don't hope it, don't wish it, just do it. And I know that I can tell you that because it truly is. I work with so many people, and if you want this to happen, it will just happen. You've got to knuckle down, and you have to find customers that want what you have, and you will sell everything in your house, and you will roll it before the end of the month. 3 days. It's yours. Whatever you want to do. Chelsea says, do you make a list of what you sell to rebuy? I probably did in the early days. I don't remember, but you don't have to. I mean, just pay attention to what's selling and make sure you have resellable items on hand. Thanks for all the hearts, you guys. I love thumbs up. I love the smiley faces too. So yeah, Devin, you want to get to that point? Then get to it. You can do this. Don't wait. Don't wish it. Just do it. Yeah, Angie, rolling it is where it's at. I have my Scentsy mama to blame for all of this awesome ideas. She taught me how to do this. I've never worked retail a day in my life. I would not have had this idea without her. Melody, of course you've had this idea since you started because you are awesome sauce. You just rock. And of course you spoil your customers, Melody, because they love you and you just are awesome. All right, you guys. Well, I'll let you get back to your family time or watching TV or working your Scentsy business. That's what you guys were all doing, right? Before I interrupted your evening. You were all working your Scentsy business. Okay, I will talk to you soon. I look forward to watching your inventory rolling in the next couple of weeks and months.